What is up, everybody, and welcome back. So, this video is going to be a lot different than my usual videos are. So, first off, I want to show my new setup. How do you like it? I got a Pokeball, I got Bendy, I got Eric Cartman, and I got Winnie the Pooh. So, we'll see how this setup works. If you guys like it, I may continue to use it in videos. For one, I just want a quick channel update. I don't know if this is the kind of content that I'm going to continue to make. I have made videos on this in the past, similar videos. Like I made the PewDiePie response video. What was it called? I think it was Stop PewDiePie and the Limits of Comedy. And it was basically me defending PewDiePie when he was being called a Nazi by, like, fake media, which I don't believe in fake media, but that's what I was just calling it, because it was made up about PewDiePie. But anyways, we're not about PewDiePie today. Today, we are here to talk about ProJared. So, for those of you who don't know, ProJared is a YouTuber who had over 1 million subscribers. He's now down below 800,000 subscribers. He was a gaming reviewer and a gaming YouTuber. He was a part of the Normal Boots crew, which I already knew about before. I watched the 2-part Treesicle video, which was good. It helped me get a lot of information, but there's still some things I don't understand, which isn't really Treesicle's fault. It's just that the information has not been revealed yet. So anyways, first I want to talk about my relationship with ProJared. What do I have to do with ProJared? So, nothing. No, I'm kidding. Basically, the only reason why I'm subscribed to ProJared is because of the old Game Grumps videos. That's really it. And then he became friends with Nathan Sharp, Nate Wants to Battle. And then I saw him do collabs with Gerard the Completionist. It's basically like when you have that friend of a friend who you follow on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, just to appease your other friends because you know that they're friends with them. So you just follow them anyways, but you don't really ever watch their content. Pretty much how it was, because I knew Gerard, I knew Ross, I knew Holly, I knew Nate, I knew Jontron, I knew Austin, Peanut Butter Gamer, several other people that Jared has been friends with for years, but mostly Ross, because I'm big into Game Grumps, and Holly, being attached to Ross, works with that. So, it's not that I was ever that big of a fan of ProJared. It was just that I thought he was funny in a couple of those, I believe it was the old table flip series that the Game Grumps used to do, which I really miss. But those were probably my favorite Game Grumps episodes. Even though they weren't technically Game Grumps episodes, it was its own show. But still, anyways, Game Grumps segments. So, am I here to defend ProJared? No. However, I am here to provide a moral dilemma, in a sense. We'll explain later. So, I'm going to explain a very basic rundown of the timeline of what happened with this relationship. So, essentially, Jared in 2014 got married to Heidi O'Farrell, who was a cosplayer. I think I'd heard of her before. I think she might have done something with Holly that I'd seen before, but I didn't necessarily know exactly who Heidi was before all this drama. Of course, now I feel like I know more about her than I ever wanted to. So basically, they got married in 2014. They figured out that they were experiencing troubles in their marriage. And then the other person in the story is Commander Holly, or Holly, and she was in a relationship with Ross O'Donovan, aka Rubber Ninja, aka Ross from Game Grumps, aka G Damn It Ross. Um, so, Commander Holly and Ross split off in, I believe it was September 2018, which I actually did not hear about somehow. Mostly because I haven't been following Ross since he left Game Grumps as much. I mean, I've looked at his channel from time to time, but I haven't really followed him in depth, and I haven't been on Twitter in a while either, which is kind of how I completely missed all of this. But anyways, so then it was said that in October of 2018, it was found out that Jared was sleeping with Holly, Holly comes out that it was actually a polyamorous relationship that these two were in, and that was like a whole drama. And apparently on February 7th of 2019, Heidi had okayed the polyamory between Holly and Jared and had even pushed for Jared to be in this relationship. But apparently on February 10th, something happened where she did not consent, but Jared continued to do it anyways. Then on, I believe it was May 6th, 2019, Heidi actually was the first one to come out on Twitter and attack Jared. And then the following day, Jared makes a tweet saying that him and Heidi are being divorced, followed by a barrage of tweets from Heidi. So that's essentially the story. Of course, I left out details. One of the other details that has proof behind it, but I don't really know what to think about this. And if this is true, then this whole video is completely like void. It's null. It's gone. Like, this video, I everything that I'm saying in this video, I will take back if this is true. Apparently, Jared has posted on Twitter before. It's not Twitter, Tumblr. And it was like body positivity blogs, aka bait for you to send nudes to nudes to whoever is asking for them. And supposedly, I don't remember who even said this, but supposedly, allegedly, I should say, somebody who was underage sent them. But Holly came out saying that Jared had, like, he always asked for the age, and they have proof that they asked for the age on every single person. So whether or not that it was somebody underage, he would have known about it. However, since Holly said that on Twitter publicly, and she was defending Jared in her response to Heidi, it was a response to Heidi's tweets, I am assuming that she's on ProJared's side, and I don't see her defending him if he was kids, you know what I mean? So, where do we go from here? Basically, at this point, we don't know the full story. And that's the big problem with almost anything. However, that moral dilemma that I was trying to provide earlier, what do we do now? Should someone who is accused of cheating lose almost 300,000 subscribers over a cheating scandal? And my answer to that would be no. I don't think that just because Jared cheated on Heidi that he should get as much public backlash as he is getting right now, or he has already gotten. His career is demolished ProJared will never work in the gaming industry or on YouTube or on any social media platform ever again. His career is completely, just utterly destroyed. So, should cheating, which is a thing that a lot of people do, when you hear that somebody has cheated on somebody, it sucks and everything, but that's also really a personal matter. And I like what Treesicle, in their second episode, they mentioned something about it, like, is this wrong and should it be publicized? Well, that's up to you. Do you think that it's petty, is what they said, that Heidi brought all this out publicly on Facebook to begin with? Granted, the Facebook posts that Heidi made were actually private, but it was to all of Jared's friends and family. So it was private, but it wasn't really private, if you kind of get what I mean. It was private to us, which is still... That's in the right direction, but it's still wrong, in my opinion. I think this should have been dealt with completely just by... between Holly, Heidi, and Jared. I don't think that stating the divorce publicly should have led to Heidi going on the attack. Maybe she wasn't ready to come out about it. If that was, that's completely on Jared. But I do not think that just because Jared cheated on Heidi, that he should lose his whole career. His whole career is completely ruined. Holly's is ruined, but not quite as bad. And Heidi is just being glorified in this whole situation. And as Heidi said herself, she doesn't claim to be blameless, and I really respect her for that. Even though it's really hard to respect anybody in this, except for Ross. Ross is amazing. We all love Ross. I think that's the moral of the story here. But anyways, Jared is going through a rough time right now. I can definitely tell you that. His whole career got shattered by a cheating scandal that was brought on as this public drama event on Twitter. One thing that I'll actually agree with Keemstar, of all people, of course, it's Keemstar I agree with. He said that Heidi was making this an event, sort of, with her 44 tweets that she responded to, I believe it was she responding to Jared with. And I completely agree with Keemstar on that, which this is the only time I think you'll ever hear me say that I agree with Keemstar on something. But yeah, she was kind of making this like an event. And people didn't respond as well to her barrage of 44 tweets than they did when she first came out about it, which granted she made a lot of tweets about it then, but it was still fresh on everybody's mind. At this point, it had been kind of like, everything had been laid out almost, even though they did lay out more information with this. But anyways, Jared is not someone that I'm here to defend. But if this trend continues with anybody who comes out with a cheating scandal, they just lose 5, 6, 700,000 subscribers. They start losing James Charles amount of numbers. If someone like, let's just say Markiplier, cheats on Amy, and he loses half his fan base over cheating, and then it turns out to not be true, he can't get them back. He might can get some of them back, but he can't get all that back. And his career is destroyed at that point. And I'm not saying that Jared is in the right, because I don't believe he's in the right. I'm pretty sure that he cheated on Heidi. I think that's proven already. But if this keeps happening to a trend where anybody who cheats on somebody else instantly loses thousands, hundreds of thousands, and eventually millions of subscribers, then what are we doing? Are we really going to let the creators that we watch and have watched for years all just completely have their lives destroyed by one mistake? And it's not like it's a big mistake. It's not like they murdered somebody. They maybe have murdered a relationship, but everyone has multiple different relationships. I'm talking about friendships, family, lovers, anything like that. Everyone has relationships, and I don't see one relationship ruining someone's whole career unless they did something unforgivable, which cheating is nowhere near to the extent of murder or rape or anything else that I can't think of that comes to mind. It's nowhere near as bad. And this is coming from someone who has been cheated on before. It sucks. It really does. But one, this should not have been a public event. This should have been a private matter that was solved between Holly and Heidi and Jared. I don't know why I keep flubbing with the names. 2, I think Jared cheated on Heidi with Holly, sorry. And 3, I don't think that his whole career should be ruined by one little mistake. Now, if the whole not touching kids, but like getting nudes knowingly from kids, if that whole thing turns out to be true, this whole video is detracted. That is something that I could see someone losing a few 100,000, if not all of his subscribers, and his channel should be deleted at that point. But so far that has not come out as true. It hasn't even, the only person I've seen that from is Treesicle. So I don't think it's true, but I don't have proof that it is, and I don't have proof that it isn't. So we're just gonna have to see on that. But if you like this style of video, just comment down below. I may make more videos like this. If you liked it, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload by The Disney Nerd. Also, make sure you guys follow me on TikTok at The Disney Nerd YT, and follow me on Twitter at The Disney Nerd YT as well, to see what I have to say continuously about this drama. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.